if you want, whatever. I'll talk about you guys on my radio show.
Oh, right on. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. If the first thing I can do is maybe get you to cut a quick promo. Hi, this is Vinnie from Agnostic Front, and you're listening to Radioactive Metal.
Hey, I'm Vinnie Stigma from Agnostic Front, and you're listening to Radioactive Metal.
Excellent.
I could do another take if you want.
No, I think
more metal. Well, I could put a frog in my throat or something.
Wait, don't you do the Creep Show next week? Isn't that like isn't psychobilly like the anti-metal?
Hey, our
psychobilly
is wide open.
Psychobilly's like the Antichrist with a.
Well, technically, metal's Antichrist. I mean, metal's all with their like upside down crosses and their.
Yeah.
Who's that? Psychobilly? I don't know them for doing that.
No, metal is. That's but psychobilly is like the anti-metal, right?
Psychobilly is crazy.
It's all good.
I have friends of mine. They were in a band called. The psychobilly band Mad Sin.
Oh, I love those guys.
Oh,
great band.
They're my good friends. Band. I love them.
They're good.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're
really good. They're good friends of mine.
That's awesome.
They're from Germany.
Oh, sweet.
There's no green room. No green room.
This is Winnipeg. I don't think there's there's a bar down the street called the Green Room.
Oh yeah, okay.
You don't want to go there. It's hip hop.
Oh, jeez.
What is it?
It's hip hop and rap.
Yeah, no, it's not my thing.
All right, Snowy, take it away.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, ready to rock. Okay. Once again, thank you so much.
No problem. My pleasure. Thank you.
Appreciate it. When one of my standard questions that I always ask when I interview a veteran band like Agnostic Front, the word legendary gets thrown around.
Yeah, it does. It does get thrown. I believe that word could only get thrown around after 25 years.
Oh, okay.
Then that's fair. It's a quarter of a century, and that's fair. I don't know about that guy John Legend.
Okay.
I don't even think he's 25 years old, but that's another story for another time.
Yeah. But that doesn't bother you?
Well, look, put it this way. Let's say Joey Shithead, legend.
Of course.
The Dayglow Abortions, legend.
Interviewed them a little while ago.
Chai, legend.
Yeah.
I just said we played Vancouver on his 50th birthday that night. It was really great. Windy 13, legend. These are the Canadian greats. These are legends. These people matter to the scene. They really do a lot. They've been there, done that. They fought the fight. So they deserve that status. At Chai's 50th birthday, there were parties all over the town for his birthday, and I sang happy birthday. I made the whole crowd sing happy birthday to him.
I know.
Yeah, and I heard he found out he was crying. But that's just between us.
Okay.
Yeah. He don't cry, I'll cry for him. Great guy, by the way, and happy birthday once again, Chai.
Definitely. You are now on, the band is now touring for its 30th year.
Yes.
Its 30th anniversary now.
This is the end of our 30th anniversary, the last couple of shows for the 30th anniversary.
Oh, okay. Is this going to be your final time crossing Canada?
This is our final show in Canada. Tomorrow we're in Fargo. We got Lincoln and Denver, and that's the end. Then from Denver, we drive back to LA. From LA, fly back to New York, and that's the end of the 30th anniversary.
Right.
Then we go on tour January 10th with Hatebreed in Europe. So I start my 31st year right off the bat. 10 days later, I'm back on the road.
Right on. Excellent. That's with Hatebreed.
Yeah. We're doing the Persistence tour.
Right on.
I've done it before. It's a great tour.
So, let's maybe rewind 30 years, go back to the 30s. Yeah. Did you ever think, okay, it's now 2000, we've gone back 30 years, and now you're thinking 2012, 30 years from now, did you honestly think, okay, Agnostic Front's still going to be doing this?
Well, I know I would be involved in the punk hardcore movement because I was involved with the Connection 84 and the Canadian thing with like Blood Sausage and Countdown Zero, Vomit and the Zits, and bands like that. They used to come down in '84. Used to come down from Toronto, Montreal, or what have you, to New York City to play CBGBs, and I used to set up the shows. Me and Roger and a few other people, and they all used to stay in my house, and I would cook and get to have all the equipment there, and that was called the Connection 84. Maybe you know about it.
Okay.
All right. Well, you can, I guess, find out or whatever.
Right.
So I was very involved in that. So I'm in it till forever. I'm in it. So yes, I do. And I don't change. I'm still the same. I help out young bands all the time, you know, and that's like that's like giving back and helping out, and because I remember when punk turned into hardcore back in the old days, because I used to hang out with Johnny Thunders and stuff like that. But when punk turned into hardcore, and it was like kind of, even the punks were like a little like kind of like anti-hard, like not really, and they were like, well, where were you? And I was like, who cares where they were? They're here with us now, and that's what matters.
Oh, for sure. You mentioned that, you're the younger bands, you don't mind giving advice and all?
Well, yeah, I do give advice, and I must set a good example, you know what I mean, and, kind of show them the ropes or help them out, whatever it may be, whether it's equipment or a show or get them on the radio or whatever I could, stay in my house. I still have bands stay in my house, and whatever I can do, I'll do. I have my tattoo shop, New York Hardcore Tattoos in New York City. Bands come there. I have them park because I have parking, and that's big in New York. So I have them park, and I make barbecues, and there's a place for them to. I have all my equipment in there, and it's kind of like a place I base it out of also. Besides my tattoo shop and my apartment and the radio show, it's all right in my neighborhood. So I can, I jive all of it together.
Ah, nice. So you follow the current hardcore punk metal scene?
Yeah, I'm always involved.
Out of all these new, young, upcoming bands, is there any that you could maybe take a look at and say, you know what, they have the potential to be the next Agnostic Front?
Well, the times are a little different, and the music today is a little different with the hardcore bands.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got a little more metal influence. The internet is in the way. Cell phones are in the way. Starbucks is in the way. I love how they used to tell me, how did you ever tour without a cell phone? You pull over, you drop a dime, you put you put that rotary on.
Do they still make dimes?
Well, yeah, right. Back in the day, and you learn how to read a map. The kids don't know how to read a map no more. Even today, I was just breaking the kids' chops a little. You go. It's just times were different, but the message is basically the same, which is really what it's all about. The message. Sure, maybe you don't like the sound of this guy's voice, and you don't like the guitar or maybe the structure of the music. That's understandable, but as long as the message is the same, or what have you. I don't believe in bands preaching either. Like too preachy, too one-sided. I believe the kid should make up his own mind, just like my own son. You know what I mean? I am not going to tell him, don't do this or don't do that. I'll guide him, maybe suggest something, but he has to make up his own mind. And same like the kids. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that authority figure, that legend pointing his finger. You kids do this because I'm a legend. I don't go for that.
Yeah, well, back 30 years ago, that's what you were fighting against.
Well, yeah, right.
You don't want to turn into
so
it.
I don't want to be those guys that do that
Right.
in other bands. I think we know who we're talking about.
Right.
So I don't want to be that guy. I want the kids to be independent, think for themselves.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. Yeah. You gotta instill that in your own kids.
Maybe because those guys I might be talking about don't have children and they can't see, you know, sometimes ahead of the curve.
Right.
That's how it goes, you know. But that's just my own opinion.
Right. That's definitely fair. That's definitely fair. After 30 years, though, do you and when you're young, dumb, full of cum and all
Right,
that,
right.
full of piss and vinegar.
Right.
It's 30 years later now, though.
Yeah.
And okay, well, you and I, we're not ready we don't exactly have one foot in the grave or anything.
Right, we're not ready for prime time. But yes, I'm 57 years old, and I still got the fire in me.
That's what I
still
wanted,
got the hate in me. I still got the anguish in me. I still play the same songs. You know, I still got my brotherhood. I'm very involved in my music. I run the radio station, the New York Hardcore Tattoos, EastVillageRadio.com. I still put bands up in my apartment. I still feed them. I still have my equipment. I still support new and upcoming bands. I'm very involved on grassroots level.
And you're always going to stay that way?
Yeah, I think it's a little too late for me to change.
Good to hear.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
The musical climate has just changed so much in the last 10 years. There just seems to be a lot of emphasis on different avenues than just putting out albums and touring and all that, you know, with the rise of songs on video games and all that. One of those avenues seems to be the autobiography, the book. You know, there's got to be a wicked book about Agnostic Fronts.
Oh, forget about it. I ain't finished writing my book.
Nice.
My book is still being written. That's number one. Number two, the world changed. You know?
It did.
The world changed. So, you know, like for instance, I made a movie myself called Vinnie Stigma, New York Blood. It's on YouTube. You can watch it, right?
Oh,
but I'm tired of doing, like, don't misunderstanding, like for myself, like interviews or documentaries and calling that a film, which is cool, which we must document and everything, and I do it.
Right.
But I personally made my own movie. Like it's a handheld camera. It's a B-rated soprano movie.
DIY all the way.
So. Of course, I do the interviews and the like I'm doing now, of course. But I was saying, I didn't finish writing the book because I'm still doing another movie also, you know. But it's easy for some filmmaker to do a documentary because they get some footage from 1984 that I would give them. Then they'll interview me, clip it together, and say, "Oh, we made a documentary." I could do that in my bedroom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Really, that's easy to do. But to do a 53-minute movie, sure, I could do a short. But it has nothing to do with hardcore. But I involved the hardcore, involved all my friends. And so I did that. And I'm kind of proud of that, you know. And when I received my Academy Award, I just want to thank all the little people out there. You know? So I think we've seen all the documentaries, which is good because the kids must know their history.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Which is good, you know what I mean? But I think, you know, a lot of documentaries are a lot of documentaries leave out New York or even Canada that I've seen. I don't know about the Canadian documentaries or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But a lot of filmmakers, you know, that I'm even in the film or the documentary myself. You know, like I see in a book, like they say blah, 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 blah. This girl in the book, they say unknown punk. Oh yeah? I know who it is, and I'm not going to say it until I write my book. And I diss on that bit because they didn't get the information. They should do their homework if you're going to put out a fucking book. or a documentary or what have you.
For sure.
That's my opinion.
For sure.
That's just my opinion. I'm not responsible for this content.
When they do make the biopic on Agnostic
Oh,
Fronts,
God.
okay,
Yeah.
who is going to play Vinnie Stigma? Who would you like? Yeah, just
Well, it's got to be young and good looking. And wear black nail polish.
Oh God, you're going to be played by Bieber.
Yeah, hey, there you go.
Geez.
The Canadian version. Yes,
Yeah.
you know, every country, he'll change in every country. Menudo in like the Spanish countries,
Oh,
you know.
name dropping Menudo.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah. Well,
shit.
we used to be Menudo, but we grew up and they threw us out.
Yeah. Do you remember Menudo? Do you know what we're talking about?
I know of Menudo.
Yeah. Well, that's Bieber is the modern day Menudo.
There's one. There's every
It's
few
the
years.
same
Every few
garbage that they regurgitate over and over again.
Yes, but that's because they're mass media and they don't have anything else. Oh,
Yeah.
if we tell kids to like this, they will like this. Let's just take it, make a bunch of records. Oh,
Right,
it's not
right.
cute
That's-
anymore. We'll just find the next cute one.
That's
Throw the old one out.
right. And then he's out. And that's why I love them washed up ones like those, like, I don't know, the boys, 24, whatever they are, and one's fat and a junkie and going bald.
That's when
I
they're
love
interesting.
that.
Yeah, that's when they're interesting.
You know, what is that? The two guys with the same name. One Corey's, the two Corey.
Oh, yeah.
I love the washed up guys. You know why? They were sellouts from day one.
Right.
You know, so fuck them. You know what I mean? They weren't part of our scene, and they were sellouts. You know, so or whatever bad luck is. See, I still got the hate in me.
There
Fuck
you go.
them. They deserve it because they're sellouts.
Right from the start.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. Oh, I got no sympathy.
Right.
Especially if you've done your time and you've made your
Right. A Canadian with no sympathy. Wow, this guy, I like this guy.
You know, it just because
Yeah.
you had your shot, and if you blew it because you
Right.
did something stupid, well then you're
Or you just start out as a fucking prick.
Yeah.
You know, as a
Don't
fucking
even
piece
bother.
of shit. Like, you know, like the Bieber. You know what I mean? You
But
know,
he
it's
does it
just
for
a
the
little-
money. It's all about.
Yeah.
It's not about the art. It's about the money.
Yeah. There is no art
There's
in that.
art, yeah.
You know? And, well, I heard when there was a little rumor that he was going to go to jail. Like, there was just a rumor, fake rumor, something like this, something, because he threw a fit in a hotel or something. I was like, wow, I'll send Bubba in there to get him.
Oh yeah.
He's really cute.
You got a pretty mouth.
Yeah, really pretty.
Jeez, that would have been just brutal.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
violate that little punk.
And not even a good punk, right?
Yeah, right. But like the real essence of the word punk.
Yeah.
A mutt.
Right.
I'm in Canada talking shit about a little kid. That I could be a grandfather.
Hey.
Yeah, but fuck him.
Yeah, I hear
You know, he ain't one of our kids. You know.
I hear you. For sure. Yeah, we don't like it. There's just certain Canadian artists.
Yeah.
That if the press stopped saying they're Canadian,
Yeah.
we'd appreciate that.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
The
Yeah.
Canadian government has apologized for most of them on several occasions, such as Nickelback.
Yeah.
The Canadian government has apologized for Nickelback on several occasions.
Well, you know, like I said, like the greats, like Joey Shithead. You know, he's running for like an office right now.
He is?
I want him to know that he has the American vote. We are behind you, Joey. I'm going on my radio station the Tuesday when I get back, and I'm going to tell everybody to vote for Joe.
Right on.
A vote for Joe is a vote for hardcore.
That's right. Oh, hell yeah.
They're on their
Now there's
final
somebody
tour right
who put
now.
his time in. There's a real person. You know what I mean? And to me, that's my Justin Bieber. Joey Shithead.
You betcha.
Who needs Justin Bieber when you got Joey Shithead, man?
my God.
Totally agree. Totally agree. You're actually giving me a whole hell of a lot more than I had glad to hear
Well,
that.
hey, I got more propaganda. Great new album.
Oh, it is.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God,
you know, I
that's
mean, I could
been
go on,
fantastic.
Great. You know what I mean?
I just interviewed Todd Kowalski from Propaganda just a couple weeks ago. They were on this very show.
Oh, cool.
And we're so excited now that you even know who they are. That's
Oh, you kidding me? Well,
They're huge. The propaganda is huge.
You know, kids, they got to do their homework and they got to know what you're about. You know what I mean? They got to, you know, and I'm always in it. I'm always there. You know what I mean? I look right in your eyes, and I'm an honest person. I would be there for you, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I see somebody outside the show or whatever, you know, I'm a hardcore guy, you know what I mean? And that's how it is. We helped get a Cuban band on a couple of shows. We got a band, it was a band out of Cuba, and Roger's a Cuban.
Is that the one that was just
Aruba?
playing here?
The one that's coming with.
I think they're coming tonight. Are they coming tonight?
I don't know. The Pink Slips are opening. That's the one. It starts with an A.
Arobio.
Arobio. Yeah, they got posters around the Pink Slips and
I think they're
Terrorist are
playing
opening.
tonight.
I think they're playing. I want to say, what's the place on Selkirk? The B and
Yeah.
the B and something.
I don't know.
Anyway, we're helping them out, you know, because we care. You know what I mean? And but you know.
A couple of our local bands, they did a fundraiser a few years ago where they were asking people to come to the show and bring their old instruments because they were going down to Cuba and they wanted to bring the instruments down to Cuba to give to the kids there so the kids could start punk bands.
We're doing the same thing
Yeah.
ourselves. We're now that we help these guys out, and we got this connection, like Connection 84 up in Canada,
Right.
with the Blood Sausage, the Countdown Zero, Vomit, and all those guys. They're all our friends for years.
Right.
You know, we're starting another connection somewhere else and trying to network that where we get maybe Cuban bands, Dominican bands, like, you know, because they got a lot to say.
Oh, well,
You know what I mean? You know.
For sure.
And we're trying to do that now. You know, whatever, whether it be through the radio stations, apostrophe S, and you know, what have you. You know, and we're working on that right now.
Excellent.
Working on it really hard too, because it'll be another feather in my cap, and I want it. I want that other feather in my cap. I want to say I did something. I mattered. I tried to do something. You know.
Oh yeah, if you're not going to contribute to the world, don't get out of bed.
Yeah, right. You know.
Sure. Oh, yeah. That's
So
something that-
I'm very adamant about that. I get very passionate. Look at me, I'm crazy. What do you want? I had Tim Hortons coffee all day long.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I got to have my Tim Hortons when I'm in
I
Canada.
guess you don't get that in the
No,
US.
we don't. So it's
They
like
have
kind of
more
a thing,
Starbucks
you
than
know.
we do.
Yeah.
We have a Starbucks on every second corner. They have one on every corner.
Every corner.
I try to collect my Canadian flags. I have the national flag, but I want like the Manitoba, all the and I've been trying to get the the British Columbian, it's the red one, and then I got the I try to get them all, you know.
Right on.
Just because my friends give them to me, and I whatever. I just have such pride for my friends and in any country that's involved in punk and hardcore movement. That I just feel that I carry that flag for them, and they carry it for me. Like, it ain't a national thing; it's a personal thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
You know, some people would think, "Well, what do you carry?" All right, I'll get the rainbow flag. I'll carry that too. What do I care? We're all together here.
Oh, for
you know?
Sure. I hear you.
You know.
Definitely. Okay, well, I'm going to get you, since, we kind of lit a fire there going, I'm going to get you to raise a few more flags and get you to name drop some more bands like you just did with Propaganda. Mm-hmm. Just give me some shout-outs from some other bands that kind of got you going.
Well, I want to go with young bands now. Instead of the same old routine like I always do, like, what have you, like Naysayer. They're from, like, the Carolinas. A young band, really nice kids, good, that there. And I love the kids. And I said, well, explain, what is a naysayer? He said, Stigma, you're a naysayer. I like that band. Let's go to the other side of the country, Chula Vista, California. Take Offense. You know what I mean? So, there's another band. We took them on tour also. You know, they did a couple of Mexican kids, you know, from Chula Vista, California, you know, poor part of the, with a lot to say, and no tomorrow. You know, I love the kids. They're great kids. I love them. I get exhausted talking. But you know, the Mongoloids, and I could go on forever, but I just got to say, to the kids out there that even Sparring, the kid that's doing my merch tonight is in a band called Sparring. They're from LA, and I'm older than his father and mom. You know, so I got to set a good example. You know what I mean? You know, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I got to drive. I got to read a map. You know what I mean? You know, I have responsibilities. I'm a father. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm 57 years old. You know what I mean? It's a little hard for me to get bombed every night.
Yeah,
like, you know, wake up. You know, I'm over that. I've been, you know, I'm kind of sobriety. Kind of. I'm not straight edge, because I'll never be straight edge. But I believe in straight edge. I think it's a good thing.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and I like I like the music. I like the movement. I just don't like the preaching. I mean, you could mention it, and I'm fine with that, but don't point your finger. You know, especially at your own. Because remember, we're a minority, and every one of us counts. If we bring hate, you see, then we're in doubt. Agnostic Front, 1984. Victim in pain.
I think we're going to end on...
Oh, I could talk more if you want. I'll chew the ears off a brass monkey. Thank you anyway.
Thanks.
I have fun doing that.
No. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And for just this show tonight, and for coming.
What's your name, anyway?
Snowy White from Radio.
Sorry?
Snowy White.
Snowy White? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and your name,
my
sweetie?
stage name.
Shannon
Shannon?
from
Okay.
Red River College.
Yeah.
Snowy White from what
Radioactive metal.
radioactive metal? What number is that? WCBS? Like,
It's on.
oh, so you get to that. Okay. Radioactive
Metal.
in Canada, is
Yeah.
it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Snowy.
Yeah. Thank you.